Hey everybody, and welcome to Leia's Lair. Here's our review of The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 6, Guns for Hire. We hope you enjoy. So, this episode opens up with Mando and Bo-Katan going to Plaisir 15.
Yeah, looking for the Mandalorian fleet. Which is a super cool city. Like, they do the kind of like the biomes like Mandalore, right? So, that was pretty sweet. In this episode, we got a lot of cool things going on. Like we got we got a Christopher Lloyd cameo. Commissioner Hellgate. We got Captain Bombardier, Jack Black.
That was so surprising when it was Jack Black. As soon as I heard him talking, I was like, "Is that Jack Black?"
Yeah, no, that was so cool. And then obviously the Duchess is Lizzo.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Yeah, it's really cool to see, all these characters in the Star Wars universe. Huge Jack Black fan. And Christopher Lloyd fan. So
right.
Back to the Future. But yeah, this episode was kind of interesting. It had like a kind of detective noir kind of feel, right? They're searching why the droids have malfunctioned.
I find this like so funny because it's just like the society has become so like lazy that they don't want to do any work, so they've like made the droids do all the work. But then now the droids are like malfunctioning and they just like still don't want to do the work, so they're just living with the malfunctions, hoping that like nothing terrible goes wrong.
Right. It kind of reminded me of like an iRobot or something like that.
Or like almost kind of like WALL-E or something where the people get so like lazy.
Right. It's a pretty cool episode, I'm not gonna lie. We got to see the Ugnaughts again,
I have spoken.
Yeah, I have spoken. So that was really cool. Mando got to show off his Ugnaught, his culture that he's learned.
Cultured Ugnaught from Quill.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Quill.
Yeah.
But yeah, and you can still see Mando doesn't like droids, kicking them. And then obviously leads to that chase. Which is really cool because they end up in a droid bar.
Oh, yeah.
Which is kind of like... it's a kind of a play on, episode 4, obviously Star Wars episode 4, New Hope, when they go to, bar and they're like, no droids in here, right? Because they're, after the whole Clone Wars and stuff like that, they don't like droids, but, it's a play off of that. They have a bar that's just for droids, so. Where
they just go and get, like, oiled up or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously they do some digging. And they find out that, Christopher Lloyd, Hellgate, he was behind it all, which he had a menacing feel to him, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah, I spotted that one from a mile away.
And then, of course, once they help them find out what's going on with the droids, they tell them that they can finally go meet the Mandalorian fleet, which was really what they came there for. So we had kind of like a little side mission there before we could get to the main
just a little fun
point
detour
of the episode. So they find the Mandalorian fleet, and Bo-Katan challenges Axe Woves. That was a pretty crazy fight. Like, I don't know, the Mandalorians are just ruthless, you know what I mean? Like, with all their different, like, guns and shields and flares and ropes and whatever else that they used to just beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, it was really cool, like, especially they kept using their jetpacks to, like, do, like, punches and kicks and stuff. That was really cool.
And, of course, Bo-Katan wins, but they still don't really want to follow her because, surprise, surprise, she doesn't have the Darksaber, so how can the person leading Mandalore not have the Darksaber?
Yeah, so... and then, of course, Mando gives back the Darksaber. They're like, nah, you can't do that. And then he's like, well, she defeated my enemy.
Who defeated
me? So they're like, yeah, I guess that stands. I'm glad that that's kind of like how it got resolved. Like that, Bo-Katan, I guess, has the Darksaber. I thought there was going to be a bit more to it. You know what I mean? Like they were going to end up having to fight off or something like that. Like... so Mando having the Darksaber is kind of a bit short-lived. Like, he's used it a couple times. You can tell he's just, he can't use it. It's like...
He doesn't wield it like she does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like, you kind of liked it. I kind of didn't like it that much, to be honest. I was like, Bo-Katan got given the Darksaber already in the past, and we saw how that turned out. And yes, there was sort of more of like a rationale for Mando giving her the Darksaber this time. But I still wanted to see them, like, fight it out.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen them fight it out, and it felt like it was a bit of a cop-out just to, like, be like, here you go, here's the Darksaber again.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were watching that episode with the Mythosaur in it, I did kind of wonder if she was going to try and, like, take the Darksaber from him, and then she just, like, willingly gave it back. So I didn't know if that was going to be kind of the end of that, but apparently it's not, so.
Yeah. It's going to be like Lord of the Rings, like, taking it from him. It's
Yeah,
possessing
exactly.
her mind. Yeah, no, it's an interesting way that episode ended, and I'm wondering how it's gonna really go moving forward, right? Like now they have the fleet, they want to retake Mandalore. Is that what's happening in these last 2 episodes? What's going on is Gideon gonna come back? I feel like he will. Did the Mandalorian fleet, were they the ones that rescued him, and is that gonna come out? Are they gonna betray Bo-Katan and Mando? Like, what is going to happen in these last 2 episodes? I'm not
sure. Yeah,
entirely sure, but
that's an interesting thought, because I guess they are just like mercenaries, so maybe they got hired to just free Moff Gideon, and they don't care. They're just getting paid to do the job. So
yeah, and I'm like really wondering. Yeah, like I guess I wonder how it's going to move forward, right? There's going to be maybe if they go to Mandalore, Mythosaur is going to be a part of that. We know,
yeah,
just because they teased it so early. There's all this foreshadowing, but it's like I have a hard time believing that everything is going to go smoothly.
Right.
Mandalore is going to be great. This season's going to end with everything just being back to perfectly normal, right? Like there's got to be more, especially if if they're setting up maybe like a bigger arc for future seasons. I'm not entirely sure which direction they're going to go with this, but definitely something to consider, in these last couple episodes, that I don't think it's going to go as smoothly as as maybe things in some ways have been going for them. Everything's kind of worked out for them more or less, and it's just like, I think that this, I don't know, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, things never seem to work out quite as we expect, so I guess we'll see. There's only 2 episodes left, which is kind of crazy, so.
Yeah, so it's looking forward to it, seeing what happens, so.
Me too. Okay, in terms of a rating, I'm going to give this episode a 7 out of 10. I did enjoy the episode. I liked, the detective investigation part of it. I liked the cameos. I liked seeing Grogu with Lizzo and Jack Black. I thought that was fun. I'd like to see the Mandalorian action, but I did kind of feel that the beginning part of the episode was a bit of like, I don't know, I don't want to say like wasted time, but like, it was a bit of like a side mission that I would have preferred to have spent more time just finding the fleet and going to Mandalore, but that's okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I think like a 7 out of 10.
Nice. Yeah, so I'm actually going to give this one a 7.5, 7.5 out of 10. Fun episode. Like you said, detective noir style. It was very cool. It reminded me of iRobot movie a bit, which I'm a fan of. Like you said, fun cameos. Huge Jack Black, Christopher Lloyd fan. And yeah, it's just at the end, it's great to see Bo-Katan back with the Darksaber. Given what's happened with the Clone Wars, with Rebels, with all those things. It's really cool, and I am looking forward to the last couple episodes with what has to come with that. But yeah, this episode I thought was fun. 7.5.
Nice. And there you have it. Thanks for watching, everyone. What did you think of this episode of The Mandalorian? Let us know down below in the comment section. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more great videos to come. We hope to see you all again in Leia's Lair.
You are not a Jedi yet.